All right. So guys, you are live streamed on YouTube. Devansh, I want you to please turn your camera on. Great. So this session has gone live because I want you guys to speak on a topic. Guys, pay attention to what is being said. I'm giving you three topics and you can choose any one topic out of those. And you need to speak right now without any kind of preparation. And that's going to be your live discussion. When I say live discussion, what I mean is this topic, you guys will share your point of views. Okay. So you have three topics. The first topic is plastic. That means you'll talk about plastic products. Why do we use plastic products a little too much? I mean, it is prevalent. You'll find in every household, you get to see plastic products. What are the reasons? How it has made our life convenient and easy, right? Number two, and what are the disadvantages of using too much of plastic, and what is that you can provide as a solution if you cannot to reduce the usage of plastic products. These are things that we can talk about. That's topic number one. Topic number two, traffic problem in India. So you need to talk about how traffic is a bigger problem in India. It's a big, serious problem in India. And what are the factors that contribute to traffic? How we can, I mean, how it has made our life quite inconvenient. What is that we get to encounter on a daily basis because of the traffic? And what are your suggestions to cut down the traffic to minimum? Of course, we cannot make it zero immediately, but we can take certain steps that can help us cut down the traffic in the smartest and best possible manner. That is the second topic. And third topic is education in India. That means what kind of an education policy that we have in India. Do you really feel it is the best, the way it should be, or you feel it really has scope for improvement? If you feel that yes, the scope is there for improvement, what are those areas you need to discuss? And you'll also tell your suggestions that can make the education system in India much better than what it is today. Understood? So three topics, very common topics, very general topics, and of course, there's a lot to talk about. Why I've given these topics? Because I want to see how well you communicate. Number one, how well can you think? How far can you think? And how do you uh, put your points forward? How can you embrace others' point of view? And how can you further go and add your value adds to something that other person said? Understood? While you speak, I will evaluate you on all the factors: pronunciation, grammar, rate of speech, enunciation, eye contact, confidence, every pauses, everything. And accordingly, I'll give you guys marks and we'll discuss about your feedback post the discussion. Understood? Any
So,
question?
how many marks? How many will be the total marks?
How many marks and
I
how many?
will, I will, I will rate you guys and I'll be giving you a certain kind of marks out of 100, depending on how you perform. Everything will be evaluated, right from your grammar, your sentences, the vocabularies that you use, the pauses that you take, all right, the questions that you ask, the involvement that you have, all right. At the same time, your pronunciations, your enunciations, everything you'll be evaluated on. So make sure you give your best shot. But at the same time, I don't want you guys to be nervous either. I want you guys to make sure that you just take it as a casual discussion, that the way you have with me, that's the whole idea. Forget about who is watching, how many people can watch you. You have nothing to do with that. You just need to be as natural as you can be. And we completely understand it's an impromptu topic. You guys are going to think on your feet immediately. You need to respond. There's no prior preparation. I understand. So that benefit I would give you definitely while marking you. Okay. So now, out of these three topics, which topic do you want to choose? I will just take a vote one by one. Jay, what is your opinion?
The traffic problem in India.
Traffic problem. Devanshi?
So plastic.
Plastic. So we have got different opinions. Devansh?
Plastic.
Plastic. So now since we have two words for plastic, let's go with plastic. Okay. So you guys have about 2 minutes to collect your thoughts and then we'll start. Once again, plastic, what we're going to talk about on plastic is why plastic is prevalent. I mean, every household has plastic today. Every workplace has plastic today, right? Plastic products, of course. How plastic is so popular? Why? What made plastic so popular? Why do we use it little too much? Right? How has it made our life easy and convenient? Correct? And is there any kind of disadvantage of using too much of plastic? Is it a threat to our environment? If yes, how? And if it is, then what are the possible steps that we can take in order to save our environment in the best capacity that we can? Right? What are the alternates that we can have in order to cut down the usage of plastic products that can be harmful in near future? Understood? So I want you guys to think over it. As a responsible citizen, it is important for us to understand, to foresee the situation. We need to understand what exactly is threat to us and our society or our environment, and how can we, from today onwards, start taking steps so that the situation can not get worse than what it is today. Okay? Think about it. 60 more seconds, and then you guys need to talk. And I want everyone to participate. Devansh, do you have any question?
No, sir.
Turn your camera on. Jay, do you want to ask anything? You still have 30-40 seconds. You can seek help. Not through internet. You can ask questions from me if you want to.
Sir, are we making the environment polluted by throwing the plastic?
Of course, we are.
How, sir?
See, when we go out, especially I have seen many people when they go out precisely towards to beaches, etc. They use a lot of things edibles such as chips, etc. And the wrapper they simply dump right there, right? Now these things, because plastic is something which cannot, not all the products of plastic can be recycled, right? Now, once the waves comes in, they take these plastic wrappers in, and those animals which we have in the water, the marine animals, sometimes they have it, they eat it, right? They swallow it, and once they swallow it, it can, it is something which really can hamper their health in a manner that they can even die, because our body temperature fails to melt plastic. If you eat something which is paper made, if our body temperature can still melt it, right? Nobody can die by eating something which is a paper product, but people may die or animals may die if they eat something which is made of plastic, if they swallow it, because body temperature cannot melt it. It can be very dangerous for us. That is the reason, of course, we should avoid throwing these things. We should throw garbage at its right place, so that no such animal swallow it and then it reaches to a level wherein it dies. Correct? The biggest challenge with plastic products are because they cannot, not all the plastic products can be recycled. That's the biggest challenge. Okay, I think your time is up. Now we can start it over. All right, so let me start with Devanshi. Devanshi, could you please help us give a little insight about plastic, because of late you had studied something about plastic as you shared. So maybe you are the best person for us to get a little more insight about plastic and its variations, etc.
So
Go ahead.
first we will talk about Boon, or first we will talk about cars.
We're not talking about Boon or Curse right now. We're just talking about what do you understand by plastic products and why plastic products are prevalent, why they are found everywhere.
For this I could be a little long.
Try not to make it very long because you'll get multiple chances to talk.
Okay. So first question is why plastic is prevalent? Plastic is prevalent because it is very cheap, very cheap to buy, not very expensive, and it's in lightweight and it is airtight. That's why it is prevalent because when we when because like you have examples when you go to a golgappa shop, the golgappa man put the golgappa water in the plastic bag only, because if we put it in other type of bag, or if we put it in newspaper or a cloth bag, the water will leak, and if we put it in metal bag, then metal box, then it is very expensive for the Golgappa man to buy it. It has not much income to buy that box. So that's why he used polythene bags. And as per my opinion, there are two types of plastic.
Okay, we'll come to it. Thank you so much. Devanshu will come to it because we need to give others an opportunity as well. But what we can conclude with what you have said so far is that why do we use plastic products? Why it is prevalent? Because number one, it is cost effective. So it is affordable for us to buy. That's one point. And second point, you said it is water resistant. That means even if you put some liquid on it and products made of plastic, it doesn't leak. The water doesn't go through, right? So that doesn't get through. So that means it is something which is a good thing to have. It is water resistant. It doesn't leak. Number two, like you said, that it is cost effective. Thank you so much. Devansh, would you like to add anything to it? The same question goes to you. Why do we use plastic little too much?
We use plastics a little too much because they
Turn
are
your camera on, Devansh.
so just a second. We use plastics a bit too much because they are cheaper in rate,
Mhm,
and when we go to any shop, we take chips, gummies, and etc. And
mhm.
they are in plastic because the plastic keeps the gummies chips and gummies airtight, and that's why we could not use any um, another material.
Okay. So you have the same point to share that it is cost effective, it is lower in price, of course, affordable at the same time, because it is airtight. So that also makes it quite a relevant choice for packing your food, edibles such as chips, etc., because it stays fresh for a longer time. Okay. Jay, now it is your turn to share your opinion that why do we use plastic products little too much? I mean, what are the factors? A, we understood it is lower in cost, and Devansh have both shared. What is your point of view on this?
Sir, I will agree with Devanshi and Devansh that it is very much in lower in cost and very easy to pick up. Anything of plastic, if we put plastics here, and if we tell anyone to pick up the chair, or hold the chair for 1 minute, anyone can hold it.
Okay, so what I understand by your point is that it is easy to lift because it is light in weight, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if I am to lift a plastic product, such as a plastic chair, a chair that is made of plastic, it will be easy for me to lift because it's lighter in weight and more convenient for me to take it from one place to another. Say
Yes,
we are
sir.
going out for some picnic, etc. So it's easy for us to lift and take it along, right? On the other
Yes, sir.
hand,
Like if I share one example of plastic chair, like if you can see the most marriage or most any big function, we will use the plastic chair only. Why? Because it is cheaper in cost and lightly in weight, and means anyone can sit in the plastic chair.
yeah. So it's something which is comfortable to sit in and sit on. And the second point is it is lower in cost, like everybody said unanimously. And of course, it is easy to live. That's a very important point, a very valid point. It is
Yes, sir.
easy to lift, and therefore it is easy to carry on the go. And of course, you can set the chairs one on another. That means it doesn't take much of a space because of course you can put that in such kind of a setting. Great. Any other thing, Devanshi, you would like to add here to the usage of plastic products? Why do we use it? Other than being cost effective, easy to carry, or water resistant? Yeah.
It is airtight also.
Airtight,
So
yes. Mhm.
So, the air doesn't pass through it. For example, there are chips packets which have a nitrogen filled in it, which keep them fresh. So that in plastic bag, so that they don't get rot or rot.
You go Sagi. Yeah.
Sir, what Devanshi has told about the chips, I really agree with her that all some sellers also put the plastic put the chips in plastic packet and they just farm the packet and make it bigger and sell it for 30-20 rupees.
Yeah. So the idea is like Devanshi correctly said that in plastic packaging, the best part is it's airtight. So the nitrogen gas that they fill in, it keeps the products, the edibles, fresh for a longer time, such as chips, like she perfectly shared the example, because otherwise it goes saggy, right? In case you have a paper packaging, then the mist passes through, and because of which the chips may go saggy. Good. Okay, apart from being cost assistant, cost effective, water resistant, airtight, and easy to carry or lift, do we have any more points, Devansh, because of which plastic products are used in this
So,
quantity?
so I was saying, could you repeat the question?
Please turn your camera on, Devansh. Why do I have to ask you time and again?
Sir, could you repeat the
Okay,
question?
my question to you is, since we have discussed about plastic being cost effective, water resistant, airtight, easy to lift and carry. These are the reasons why we use plastic products in this quantity. So do you find any other reason apart from all these factors? Is there any other point you want to add?
So, I don't know any point.
Okay, so for Devansh, these are the major points. Do you guys have any other points to add? Jay and Devanshi.
Sorry, anything I mean, say, we can do the gift tracking also in plastic.
Okay. So you use gift wrappers that are made of plastic as well, which very valid point, of course. Yes. And why do we use a plastic cover, not a paper cover to wrap?
Sir, as the team as the team has discussed that it is very much cheap in price. So in marriage or in anything, you will see the inside gift. You will not see the paper. Yeah, just you unpack the gift and throw the paper. So
Okay. Well, Devanshi, would you like to share your opinion? Why do we use plastic packaging over paper packaging? Paper packaging could rather be lower in cost, but why do we use plastic packaging instead?
Because this may this may because as I told that plastic is water resistant, so if some type of liquid type of thing liquid type of thing goes on it, there will be no harm to the gift, and plastic and the gift packets can be recycled too. If we use newspaper packets, sorry, newspaper like paper packets, then we are not sure whether like if they will the liquid will can make the gift
Liquid may pass through, you mean,
yeah,
right?
may pass.
Yeah, maybe the liquid can pass through and can further hamper the product that you have, the gift that you have for someone to give to. Okay. And one more thing is that, I mean, the paper can easily be torn, isn't it?
Yeah,
On the other hand, it is the plastic packaging is difficult for you to turn. So that also, and at the same time, it looks fancier. It looks better than that of paper packaging. Okay, another question, another point, maybe you guys have missed it. that plastic is a bad conductor of electricity. Let's not forget that point. It's very, very important. That plastic is a bad conductor of electricity, wherein the metals are good conductor of electricity. So that is the reason we use plastic products, so that it because they are shock proofs, right? So all these fittings that you could see uh, in your home, in your shop, in offices. So we use plastic switchboards. We do not use metal switchboards, do we? If we use metal switchboards and we touch them, so there is a fair possibility that we get the shock. That is the reason we use plastic products to save ourselves from such shock, right? So it's
Because
something
human
we,
body is itself a insulator.
yes. So that is the reason we choose not to use metals. We rather use plastic products wherever we use anything which has to do with electricity, so that we it is shock proof to us. Okay, great. Anything else? Okay, we can make certain transparent products with plastic as well, such as say if you go to your kitchen, you see a lot of containers there, and your mom puts kind of spices in those containers and many other things. So it's very easy for you to understand which container has what just because it is transparent, and that's only possible if you use plastic containers. But if you use metal containers or if you use containers made of some other thing, of course, you will not get the transparent kind of container. And that will be slightly difficult for somebody who does not go to kitchen very often to locate where things are. So maybe that's another reason. And of course, the major reason is that it is cost effective, of course, and it looks beautiful the way it is. Okay, so
Everything, most of the things are made up of plastic, the parts of a bus, toothbrush, the parts of the computer, or a watch. Most of the things are made from plastic, even toys.
now,
So
if you talk about your cell phone body, even there you have it,
because
and mhm. And
mm,
it has replaced the glasses as well. Like I'm wearing these glasses, so they are not of glass. I mean, this is something which is made of
Yes,
plastic,
sir.
you know. So because it doesn't break so easily.
yes, and the plastic toys are made because if we will make the petal toys, then it will be difficult for the child who is playing with it to carry it, and if it will be made up of wood or something, then it will be harmful because wood has itself some things to keep it smooth. So if the child try to eat it, then he may cause health problems.
Hmm. And because of plastic, you get things in various colors, and they look very nice, right? So the color possibilities that you have on plastic products, you may not have on other
Yes.
products, other materials.
Sir,
So these are,
we are having dinner set of plastics in the market.
yes.
More
Now
than more
these,
than more than
so
more
we
than
have,
megabyte.
yeah, so we have ample reasons to have plastic products around, and maybe that's the reason we are completely surrounded by plastic products. No household, absolutely no household can you find in this century where there's not even a single plastic product is there. So it is something which we're completely used to, or perhaps we are too much dependable on it. Now, here comes another question, which is very important. That do you really think too much usage of plastic is not a threat to environment, or is there a threat to environment? What is
There
your
is
opinion?
the canine.
Devansh, I could see he had his hand raised first. So let's hear from Devansh what he has to say.
Yes, there is a threat on environment if we use a bit more plastic. So if we burn plastic, it can give us many diseases, and it can get it can get us higher amount of, what do we say, that pollution. And if we burn plastic, the oxygen will be polluted with pollutions, and the air will the air which is polluted. And if we means if we
Okay, so I understood your point that plastic products, of course, are a threat to the environment because in case we happen to burn it, so the kind of gases that come out, these gases are poisonous and they could be very dangerous to our health. It will further pollute the air, which is anyway polluted, and it's going to pollute even further, and that's going to be worse than what it is today, right? And that kind of gases that will mix to the oxygen are going to be very, very dangerous for us to inhale. So rightly said that plastic products, of course, are threat because it cannot be burnt unless you really want to compromise with the air quality. Okay. Yes, Devanshi, what is your opinion on it?
Yes, it is a threat to nature because overuse of plastic make may cause problems and there are two types of plastic. One that can be recycled and one that cannot be. So what we will do with the one which is not which cannot recycle. It is like polythene. It cannot recycle, so some people do like they wash the used polythene. Some food like some in some food stalls, some people do like they wash the polythene bags that are already used and then give food in it, which is very harmful for us. And we usually throw away garbages in a plastic bag, plastic polythene bag, and animals get attracted to this and they swallow it. This may because of this they could die too.
Absolutely. Very valid and serious point. This is something to ponder upon. So, Jay, yes, what is your opinion? Devanshi has to say that it is indeed a bigger threat than what we really look into it as, because number one, and I strongly agree with you, completely echo your opinion. Um, you said that first of all, the challenge is it cannot be recycled. Not all products of some products can be, but majority of plastic products cannot be recycled. Now, when it cannot be recycled, what to do with that waste? The used product, the waste products, where to dump it, and how to get rid of them? That's a bigger challenge. Okay, you cannot get a biogas by just dumping it. That's not the possibility either because it cannot be recycled. But other waste materials, of course, you can get the biogas, etc., by dumping it. You do have those process, but it doesn't. Plastic doesn't qualify for that. So that's one challenge that we have at hand. Second challenge is, rightly said, we often give our garbage, we throw our garbage, we kind of put in a plastic carry bag and then throw it. Or sometimes somebody comes to pick those garbage, and of course we give them a black, usually we use the black kind of carry bag in which we put all the garbage and give it to them. Now once they dump it, at times they dump it in a place where animals do have an access to go and eat the leftovers, right? So when animal happen to eat it, they don't realize, along with all those stuff that you have in it, they sometimes swallow the plastic carry bag as well accidentally, because they do not know. They don't, of course they're not as educated as we are, right? So once they swallow it, the problem is the body temperature does not melt it. It cannot be melted. It is something which is so harmful sometimes that it really chokes their windpipe, and they fail to breathe. And when they fail to breathe, they eventually die. So it can be very, very dangerous, right? Animals cannot even go out to a doctor telling that they are facing some kind of a difficulty. The doctor would further treat and operate. Animals,
Indirectly or
unfortunately,
directly,
yeah,
we are killing
unfortunately
them.
cannot express themselves the way we can. That if we have a problem, we can go to the doctor, we can tell the doctor that, you know what, I'm facing difficulty to breathe. Please check what's wrong with me, right?
But sir, we have
Yeah,
animal doctor, no?
yeah, but
But
animals cannot go directly to the doctor telling about what they're facing as a difficulty.
yes,
If you have got a street cow, a cow in the street, I mean, which does not have any owner, now what happens here? It eats something, it swallows it. Now it is facing difficulty to breathe, but who would it tell to? No one. It will simply bear all the pain, and at one stage it will die. You understand what I mean? So
that
the idea is,
indirectly we
we
are
as
killing
humans,
them.
Yeah, we as humans, if we are facing some kind of a problem, what do? We call a doctor, we visit a doctor, we tell somebody that helps us to take to the doctor, and then we get to see how it can be cured. Which is it all right for us to take some medicine? Should we have some, surgery to take to go through in order to save ourselves, right? But animals do not have an access; they do not have the facility of such type. They cannot even express themselves, so they eventually die out of pain. And who is responsible for that?
Our nature.
It is not our nature, it is us. It is us. We are responsible because we are so selfish. We don't even think of it that what we do, how could it harm an animal? An animal can swallow, it can die. And we continuously, for our convenience and comfort, we keep on doing the same thing. Almost every household does it. So we need not to do it. What is that we can do in order to save lives? Right? So we need to make sure that we should have a solution to it. And that's something which we need to explore before it gets too late. We have absolutely no right to kill animals indirectly by our carelessness because we are not careful, right?
Sir, so if suppose if anyone is having the owner, suppose if any cow is having the owner, then how he will tell to the owner that.
So you cannot keep an eye on the cow or the animals what they're eating all the time. It's not
Yes,
practical. It's not
yes,
practical. And at times you do not even know who's the owner of the cow, right? Or
yes.
maybe the cow does not have any owner. I'm not only limiting it to cow, I'm talking about every animal you name. If you talk about marine animals, sometimes we go out to travel, and on the beaches we throw all the plastic wrappers. And you know what? When they go inside, because of when the waves come in, they take all the things along. And those plastic wrappers, sometimes those sea animals, the water animals, the marine animals, they somehow, they swallow it. And when they swallow it, of course, they even die because of it.
They get stuck in it,
Yeah, sometimes they get stuck in it. They
which
fail to breathe.
can cause breathing problems.
Yes, there could be a lot of challenges that they face, right? So that is the reason we need to be very careful. If we are using plastic products for our convenience, okay. First of all, we need to find some alternates to it. Do we have any substitute available? Do we have any alternate available? If yes, then we should try to use that, right? Where there is no alternate available, then we can try. We should not dump it, in public. We need to make sure that we dump it in a trash bin. And while these products, I mean, we should have a different trash bin for plastic products so that it should not get mixed with the other waste. So that the whole of plastic could be probably taken to some other place, and rest of the garbage perhaps we can dump to another place. So
Yes.
they should not mix it, and animals should not have it. Okay, any other point? What is your suggestion? How can we cut down the use of plastic? Any suggestion that you guys have?
Yes, sir.
Devansh, why is your camera off again?
Sir, can I say
Yes, Jay, go ahead.
we need to discourage the selling of plastic, and we need to stop making plastic papers, plastic bags.
See, it is a business, and they will, till the time you guys will not consume it, you will not stop consuming it. Nobody will stop. What happens is
Sir,
government.
so government, so
See,
government should
government,
take
government, government has banned it multiple times. They try to ban the plastic carry bags. It has happened multiple times. So we cannot just put every responsibility to government. Of course, government should take steps. I am not denying that part. But more than governments, about citizens. We. What happens is government says do not buy carry bags. It's banned. But
Sir, but they are,
the shopkeeper still sells it.
yes, sir.
And why a shopkeeper sells it? Because you buy it. If you stop buying, he will
No,
not
no,
sell.
no, sir. Why I buy it? Because it is there in the shop.
Simply, if it is banned and you know how harmful it is, you simply
Mhm.
don't buy. It's all about demand and supply. If there's no demand, nobody will supply
No,
it.
sir.
So,
Excuse me. My point is this: that if there is no plastic bags in the shop, and if it is higher in price, then how the middle class and poor people will buy it.
I agree with you. See, there's a greed that they have. I mean, there's these plastic manufacturers. They would come up and they will somehow by unfair means start selling their products. But see, the best way to kill it, is to stop buying it. Simple as that.
We can carry like and we are going to when we are going to buy things, we can insist of people to use paper bags, or we can carry a jute bag or cloth bag with
Of
us.
course.
Jute bag is the better one.
Yes. So better is when a shopkeeper is giving us vegetables in a carry bag, plastic carry bag, simply say, no, I don't want it. I don't need it. Please don't give it to me. Right? And you rather take your own cotton bag or jute bag along and get the vegetables or stuff in it.
We should
That's,
never.
yeah. If you do this, see, if you start discouraging it, if you start taking it, if you start saying no to it, you know what? When the demand decreases, people stop manufacturing it, right? Of course, if there's something you don't buy, why would they manufacture? It's a very simple process. हम तभी घर बनाते हैं जब कोई खरीदता है, जब खरीदेगा तो बनाएंगे क्यों? So the best option is stop buying it. When you stop buying it, they'll stop manufacturing it. When they stop manufacturing, it will automatically be out of picture. It will no longer be there in the market. So it is a responsibility of everyone: government, sellers, manufacturers, and even us as citizens, as buyers.
We should never burn plastic bags and other plastic items.
Yeah.
Plastic items because causes harmful gases which are not which are not good for our nature, and we should not throw plastic bags here and there after use. Because there is one more reason: when we throw plastic bags here and there, they go into the drains, the sewer system, and when rain occurs, this may cause a flood-like situation too. So we shouldn't throw plastic bags here and there, and we should make our family friends, other members, family friends aware about this thing, so that they also try to reduce use of plastic, because we cannot imagine a life without plastic, but we can try to reduce the use of it.
Absolutely, I completely agree. All right, yes, Jay, do you want to make any point here?
Sir, but as per me, the government should stop it first. Like government stop to the 500 and 1000 rupees ban totally. Like that, government should take an action.
But if they will do this, the citizens should also follow the rules. But they don't follow the rules. They somehow buy it and then you reuse it.
They want the citizen will follow the rules if government will take an strict action.
And that's not because some people don't follow the rules, do not follow any rules, because nowadays you can also see accidents are happening, so the people are not following the rules.
Okay,
So
why?
they are roaming around without masks.
Just right. Why we are not following the band of 500 and 1000 rupees?
Some people like India is very big. The police officers cannot be everywhere. So some people carry it, and they make it. They don't show to others. They try to hide it. So we cannot force someone to do this.
Okay. You give me a percentage that out of 100, how many people are not following it, the band of 500 and 1000 rupees?
50% of the people of India are not following rules.
Yes.
All right. So this is going to be another debate which we're going to come up very soon with, and that's very interesting point about wearing helmets and taking such precautions, which people first of all should not. Most of the people, and it's a very unfortunate thing to say, that most of the people wear helmets just because they don't want to pay the fine, but they forget it is not for the fine to charge. It is for their own safety. It is for their own life. You do not have to wear helmet because somebody will ask you for a fine. You should wear it because you want to save your life, for yourself, for your loved ones, for your family. They need you. See, I have one thing to say here. Government, of course, should take steps. There's no doubt about it. But more than the government, it is our responsibility
It
as
is
well.
the citizens'
Why
responsibility.
are we waiting for someone to tell us don't do it when we know we should not do it? So it becomes from you. It doesn't become when somebody really forces you to do that. When you know it is wrong, when you know it is not, it is something you should not do. Don't wait for somebody to tell you. You should start doing it. When you feel hungry, when you feel thirsty, do you wait for somebody to tell you that go and drink water, or you have water on your own, right? You have water on your own because you feel thirsty. In the same manner, when you know it is required, you should do it on your own. When you want to go to washroom, do wait government to give you a phone call and tell you need to go to washroom at this point, it's very important for you? No, you get up and go to washroom to release yourself, to make yourself feel better. So the same manner, you need to take care of your responsibility without somebody telling it to you if you already know it, right? On that note, let's have a wrap to this session. Thank you so much for your valuable insights. It was wonderful. And of course, guys, plastic is an important product. Of course, plastic products are important for us to have. It really make our life um, it makes our life comfortable, easier, and of course convenient. But at the same time, too much of its usage has really given us threat to our environment. So we need to take certain calculated steps. We should avoid using plastic products where we can, and we should make sure we should be responsible enough not to dump it anywhere and everywhere. We should not let animals die because of our carelessness, and we should be very sincere how to use it, and how to probably uh, do not let the environment get more polluted or more threatened by plastic products. We'll discuss more about it because of the interest of time, we need to wrap it here. We'll discuss further about plastic and what exactly can we do. Thank you so much, all of you. Let's have a wrap. I'll see you on the other side of session with the feedback maybe tomorrow. Okay.
Bye,
Bye
sir.
for now.
Sir, can
Bye, sir.